slice through the enemy with their unforgiving wings. Run! They will raging!
What's going on, guys? My name's Alibaba, and today I will be covering one of my favorite builds and surprisingly consistent. Doesn't require any kind of ride chain shenanigans, and I enjoy it a lot, almost as much as I enjoy playing Dark Regulars. Obviously, when Dark Regulars doesn't screw me over with RNG, but this one is a little bit less RNG basis and has the consistency of shadows with potential for limit break denial and just overall board control power. And there's a lot of board fixing. We are covering Chromejailer Goat build, or as I like to call it, the Goat Jailer build. And it is as such. This is the build. I'm really comfortable with it. I like it. I like how it runs. And we're gonna go through every the important pieces to cover exactly why I run what I run. Obviously, to start off, the starter is Creeping Dark Goat. He is essentially the way you search your Persona Blast, whether that's Chromejailer's Persona Blast or whether that's Phantom Blast or Overlord's Persona Blast. Either way, you're okay with what you search. Even if you happen to search Car as well, you don't mind that because having Car in your hand essentially guarantees Chromejailer's crit. Obviously, probably the one card that maybe you don't want to find is Duke, but that Duke is an alternate finisher for this deck. We run one filter with Arian Rod, just for filter purposes. 4 8Ks for bigger columns, and it's a really good target to find with your Makai. Makai is a very important piece in this deck. We run 4 black mains for board correction and try to find the pieces that we're missing. Or if we need to find the last minute intercept, we can try to go for that with black main. 4 in the mains, because the mains is a staple in shadows. Usually you'll run at least 3, but here we're running 4 because we want as many pieces in our hands as possible. We want to draw into our Makas. And then 3 Cursed Lancers for countercharging. So to sort of guarantee Maka's ability, because we don't have a lot of counter blasting in this deck. We have the main, we have Makai, we have Blaster Dark Spirit when it calls, and if we have to ride Phantom Blaster Overlord, we can't counter blast with Phantom Blaster Overlord. That's about it in terms of counter blasting. Oh, and Goat. So you don't need too many Cursed Lancers. That's why I don't. I think 3 is the right amount. I run 3 Makas because we don't have so much counter blasting. Chances are most of the time you'll be able to get her effect off, and it essentially replaces an entire column with 1 card. So what you can do is you'll sacrifice an entire column with Chromejailer to give him his crit, and then you'll call Makai and rebuild that entire column in 1 go. It's super clutch. We run 3 Blaster Dark Spirits for to potentially snipe intercepts late game. You could even do it early game, but we try to not get into them until we're trying to push for game. We run 4 Phantom Blaster Overlords for an alternate right target. It's another Persona Blast target, which synergizes well with Goat. Obviously 4 cards as our heal trigger, because each card essentially guarantees 1 Chromejailer crit. And 1 Duke, either as an alternate finisher, because we'll still have the counter blast most likely for it, or just to be there for filter fodder, whether that's with the main or with Arian Rod. Or just sack fodder for Chromejailer. And the big boy of this deck is Conviction Dragon Chromejailer Dragon. Alright, so Chromejailer is our main vanguard. His ability is Limit Break 4. Once per turn, you can retire 2 rear guards to get plus 10,000 power and plus 1 critical until the end of the turn. This is very good for denying Limit Break as well as just going for game. And it hits 21k column by itself. So unless you're fighting like Cross Rides or fighting MOB, chances are most of the time you will not need a booster. You can get him a booster though with his Persona Blast, which is you Persona Blast, which is discard a copy of him from your hand to the drop zone, and you look at the top 4 cards of your deck and you call 2 cards. This is super good for especially finding either your spirits or maybe your black mains you need to fix your board. You could even find a Makai to essentially get 3 units for the price of 1, for the price of 2. It is a very good card. I really love Chromejailer. For the longest time before he came out, I thought the build I would use him in was Spectral Duke Dragon Chromejailer, because the character fights make you seem like the challenge fights. Sorry, not character fights. The challenge fights make it seem like such a good. It's a very fun deck to use, which it is. Don't get me wrong. But it's also in the Spectral Duke Dragon build. It's very high rolly. Whereas if you just do it in the gold build, you don't have to worry about ride chains. All you have to worry about is getting Chromejailer and getting his pieces off. And this deck does really well, a good job of doing that. But that's enough talking. Let's get into this. We'll do 3 games and see how we do. I really love this build. I can't iterate that enough. I did not think I would fall in love with Goat Jailer as much as I did, but I'm glad I did, because I found another deck that I don't mind playing. Alright, this is Narukami VPEZ, or is it VP? Alright, return these cards to the deck, into another one. Alright, facing off against Dungaree. I don't mind Dungaree because if they don't play limit break enablers or self-damagers, then we can essentially deny them limit break, and we don't have to worry about him retiring our starter. Drew another heal, which is unfortunate, especially considering we returned 2 of them to the deck. We have to ride Black Mane here, and we just swing this turn. Nothing crazy yet. Alright, there's Chromejailer. It draws a 3rd card. Ooh. That's not good. I mean, it's good in the sense. Okay, he does reveal the limit, the self-damagers. So we won't be able to deny him limit break every turn. Maybe 1 or 2 turns though. Not overcommitting here. I'm going to have to search with Goat here. I have no choice. BBO draws. PG. That's not bad considering we have 3 heals in our hands. And we draw Makai, which is gonna come in useful later. Alright, Spirit just for the 10k base. Oh wait, I have to search with Goat, hopefully find Chromejailer. We do now, we find Overlord, which isn't the end of the world. Actually not a bad card to find. At least we have a proper ride now though. I could call the Black Mane here to try to push for 2 damage. But I think I'm just going to swing here. Get the counter charge. If he doesn't get a trigger, which he does not, that means we just need 1 trigger to pass. Let's not overcommit anything too crazy. You don't get a trigger, but that's fine. You built Goat Chrome because it was boring to not update your Shadow Goat. Yeah, Shadow Goat gets a little bland after a while, so incorporating Goat and Chromejailer into it is just not a bad idea. He has 1 card in the bind zone. He chose to ride Vermilion, probably because he didn't have Wrangler Dungaree. Alright, we lose PG, but that's fine. If we can top that Chromejailer here. Alright, there's another Dungaree Unlimited. Let me just double check his bind zone real quick. Okay, so it has a heal right now. Oh, we do get Chromejailer, which is good. I did not realize. I thought I had 8 cards in my hand, honestly. Here, honestly, I'm going to ride Overlord first. 暗き闇の力を割れ I'm gonna see what car finds me. He finds me a Cursed Lancer, which is super solid. I could Blackmane car here, but I'm not going to. Do I? Mainly because I want to sack this card to take out a starter. And I won't reveal another heal here. Instead, I'll just swing with Overlord and then counter charge. That way, if he doesn't have a self-damager, I'm not exactly giving him limit break. But and even if he does get limit break, I'm not losing a lot. I want to save as many of my cards for Chromejailer. He could push me here with an intercept seeder, though. That's the dangerous part of what I just did. There's regular Dungaree, which means he's gonna get his 3 bind zones, but he cannot fetch anything, which means he's already lost 2 heals. There's a self-damager. Dungaree will be able to return something. He returns a grade 2. Honestly, that's fine. That means he doesn't have what does he have? He doesn't get to return seals, essentially. That's what I was trying to say. Duke, that's perfect actually. Drawing Spirit, not so much. But we can live with it. He doesn't get a trigger, which he does, and a heal to boot, which means he's gonna go down to 2 damage. Welcome, Bubblegum. Unfortunately, I have 1 heal in my deck. I actually thought I was about to draw it. My gut was telling me I was going to draw it there. I'm glad it was wrong. Now we ride Chromejailer. And we call 1 car. We found a Makai, which is unfortunate, but we have another one in hand, so it's not the end of the world. Here we'll retire Blackmane and Car. We don't necessarily need to use Makai here. I'm going to anyway, though. Makai will call Sharon. And then we could, if we call Blackmane here, we wouldn't be using her effects. Which is fine. I'm gonna swing with this column first. Put him to 3 damage. Hopefully we can check our 1 heal here. Draw trigger draws in the main. And we've already seen him lose 2 self-damagers, so I'm going to make the bet that he doesn't have any more. He could push for game with the right cards in his hand. There's the Dungaree Unlimited. He would essentially have to commit his entire board. Okay, he shows that. So we're essentially dead here. That's what this is. Yeah, we're just dead. Because we only have 1 heal in our deck. So ultimately, what cost us a game here is us drawing 3 heals. Not much we can do about that. It's just the luck of the draw. We only have 1 heal in deck, so even if we check it, not surviving. We didn't even check it, so it's fine. Alright, that's 1 L. I don't necessarily blame the deck for that. That was just bad RNG drawing 3 of our heals at the beginning of the game. Alright, that was a farmer act indeed. So let's try to get this second match in. I will take the free window. I'm almost level 31. Hey. I didn't even realize I had my shadows leveled that high. I'm still trying to get Dark Irregulars to level 50. I'm at 40 right now. Okay, Aqua Force. There is no way someone running Charlene is farming. Ooh. There is a conundrum here of, do I keep the PBO Persona Blast, or do I try to fish for Jailer? You know what, this is a Jailer video, I'm fishing for Jailer. Damn it, I drew Duke. It's fine, that's why Goat is here. Apart from Duke, our hand is actually pretty good. I'm like, that's not Jailer, that's my wife. Don't steal Maple's joke. Alright. This guy's still running Aqua Breath. Not a bad choice, it's just I prefer Eric at this point. But if you prefer the draw, that's fine. He's gonna hella pay for this. That's kinda sus, Keith. Very sus. Alright, let's Right Spirit. And I really don't want to ride Duke, so I'm gonna search with Goat. Up. I guess I'm riding Overlord. Next, I'm gonna filter Duke out. Oh, I drew Chromejailer. Filters are OP. Now I have options. You see, Keith? Filters are a godsend. Traded Duke for Chromejailer. They are not lies, they are the truth. I live and die by filters. I got amazing RNG with filters. I can't tell if you're being serious, Maple, about filters or not. Oh no, I lost my second spirit. Okay, I drew the Persona Blast. So I'm gonna ride Overlord first. Phantom Blaster Overlord. Hey Fonz, how you doing? Do I do stuff here? I almost just want to swing and pass. Actually, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna swing with Persona Blast and pass. But I'll explain for the people watching. Filter, when I say filter, it's any kind of card that like has you either discard a card. So like for example, Arian Rod, her effect is you discard a card to draw a card. Basically, anytime you're trading cards in your hand for other cards in your deck, that's what I consider filters. So like there's also cards that like they have you draw a card and then put a card from your hand into the deck. That's another form of filter. Stuff like that. That's what filter is. For anyone that was curious. I actually forgot what Duke. Does Duke draw? Duke is not necessarily a filter. You can make an argument for it, but it's more of just a crit draw. Duke's draw is there to make up for the fact that you don't get to keep the cards you drive check. So you draw to make up for the fact that you don't normal drive checks aren't added to your hand. It's so you don't completely lose resource control. Oh, I lost on the main. Alright, he's probably gonna give me limit break here. All he knows is I'm sitting on Overlord, so he's not afraid of any limit break yet. He does not know I have Jailer in my hand. The only downside right now is I don't have a lot of card control. What do I want to draw here? Well then. I could just as well now just sit on Overlord for another turn. And Persona Blast him again. I could also ride Jailer and sack the Overlord. But I think I'm going to sit on Overlord for one more turn, and I'm just going to use Makai. Now, Maelstrom is just a draw. Filters are fit into the category of deck thinning. So like drawing cards is also deck thinning. Filters is trading cards from your hand, whether that's discarding them or putting them back into the deck, to draw a card. That's how I see it. Go, Persona Blast! But yeah, both drawing and filtering fall into the category of deck thinning, which fits into the category of deck thinning is deck winning. I don't think this guy plays so well. I mean, actually, he has to play so. There's no way he doesn't play so. I have Jailer in my hand for any potential glory play here. Kind of why I didn't want to ride Jailer as well. Eugene is not gonna hit, it's just gonna proc the fourth attack. But he doesn't have self-damagers to take advantage of that. He can't use his starter to take some advantage. Which he's gonna do. Okay, he's going for the draw play here, which is not a bad idea. Not gonna hit, but that's fine. It's just all it's doing is enabling the fourth attack. Maelstrom's gonna be the third attack. Alright, he's out 2 PGs. That's this third PG. So I'm actually inclined to go all, well, I have no choice but to go all in. I even drew my Persona Blast. It's not gonna hit, which means he also doesn't get the Algo's draw. Alright, this PG draw gives me a little bit of chance to survive. Danzai! Chromejailer Dragon. If I can find a Makai here, Makai and a Spirit, like, no, just Makai would be a good find. Perfect. The only downside, you know what? I'm gonna call Blackmane and retire the AK. I'm gonna thin with Maka first. Call it AK. And then Blackmane will retire the AK booster to call on the main. Boom! I don't get to use the main, but I do get to retire these two to then swing for a kill. Because this hits that, that's gonna hit 11k, and then this hits over any defensive. If he doesn't have his last PG, this is GG. Keep in mind, I still have all 4 heals in my deck. I would love to see them at some point. There's one. Yeah, I just like to glory here, but he did indeed have the last one. So now my hope is, please don't have a glory. I still have 3 heals in my deck. The heal, as long as he doesn't have glory, the heal saves me. Okay, he does not have glory, which means I should be safe. Hydro Hurricane. We know one of his PGs went to the bottom of the deck, so he's fresh out of PGs now. So we can just swing for game next turn. He is going to retire our board though, which is kind of sus. We're going to need either draw Chromejailer or get... Okay, that complicates things. Because now we need an extra attack. And that's annoying. That heal might have lost me the game unless I can draw trigger here. Alright, I have some hope now. If I draw a card, I actually need to... A card would be perfect here. If I draw one of my heal triggers, I'm kind of set. Okay, I do not. I can't win with this hand. There's no... I really need... If I had drawn card there, that would have been really good. I could play for next turn. I could also try to go for the Blackmane play here, which could work if I can top deck a card. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm hoping for either an intercept or a... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I just have to swing here. There's not much I can do. I could have swung with crit there, but considering he doesn't have a PG, I'd rather not deny myself a 5th damage heal. Blackmane was my only hope there. I needed to either fish an 11k or fish a car. Those were my 2 best options there. Fortunately, did not get either of them. Car would have been the best option there. I still have 2 of them in my deck. I have a couple of triggers in my deck, so there's a good chance I could check one. Okay, that is essentially GG. The heal is what won him the game. He's gonna be able to retire one of my units. The only way I can see myself winning here is if one, he does actually no, he can't heal. But if both of my cars are stacked, I'm kind of set. No, okay. My PGs were stacked. No, they weren't. They were pretty much close. The heal trigger lost me the game there. He healed at just the right time to put me in a range where Jailer could not kill him. Not much we can do there. That's just bad luck again. I feel bad for Jailer though, because like the deck is working fine. It's just I'm getting shafted by my opponent's triggers. And now we're going into the third and final game against Aquaforce again. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves. Okay, we draw Chromejailer. I want to return Aryan Rod because I want to draw another grade 2. That's fine.
Stand up, my Vanguard. Stand and draw.
Chrome usually doesn't mind late game though. Like, what really hurt me that game is I have plenty of pieces that get me board control for Chromejailer. I just didn't draw into them. I didn't see any of my cards. The first game I saw every single one early game. This time I didn't see any of them. So it's kind of like pick your poison. Alright, here I'm off to a pretty good start. I have my domain for draws. I have a Makai for board's control. I have Makai for board control, okay. And I have my Persona Blast. Well, I'm sitting pretty.
I love you.
Hero, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. He's debating on whether or not he wants to push me here. I don't think he would. He's probably just going to call that for overdraw purposes, which is kind of... Oh no, he's going to push. He's considering pushing. And he's finding a grade 3. He found Diamantes. He's going to draw with Penguin now. Alright, looks like we're taking 2 damage. That one girl fireman, indeed, that is Yorm. He plays crits. Nani. Alright, give me a defensive. I mean, that's not exactly what I meant, but I mean, it is a defensive. There we go. So I'm sticking at 2 damage anyways. Oh boy. I'm gonna ride Dark Spirit here. I could use Makai here, but I kind of want to save Makai for late game. So instead, I'm going to the main and ditch Black Mane. I drew Persona Blast? Okay, it's not bad. I could goat here as well, but there's no reason to goat right now. Instead, I'll just do this. No trigger, which is fine. It means I can just take out his Flash Assault. Jim probably should have used Goat. There's a chance he might have the self-damagers to take out my starter. Then again, he's running Eugene and Blast Assault, so there's also a chance he doesn't have them. There's Benedict, so he's playing multiple Benedicts. He has all sorts of multi-attack. Okay. He's also low on hand resources right now. So that's actually kind of good for me. If I can get a trigger here, that'll make my day so much better. Nope, I hit a Spirit instead. That Basil can take out my main. Then Benedict can swing. Yep. Trigger. Nope. Okay. It's actually not bad, actually, because he only has one card in hand. If that's not a PG, I'm set. He doesn't get a trigger. Oh, that's a PG. Get to the bottom of the deck. It's not a trigger, which means I'm staying at 4 damage. He does not get any kind of draw. And if that's not a PG in his hand, I could potentially... No, I can't. No, I can't game him. Never mind. I do have PG though. But I can't die. Danzai no Kusari. Raido. Danzai. Chromejailer Dragon. Alright, do I goat? I don't necessarily need to goat, but I could goat. I'm gonna goat. I'm actually gonna grab Car. Just for late game. And then I'll call my girl. Do I want to crit him here? I could Persona Blast. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna retire these first to get the crit. Then I'm gonna Persona Blast. See what I find with Car. Find Cursed Lancer, which is actually not bad. Boom shakalaka. And here's where we find out if that actually is a PG. I have a very strong suspicion it is not. Draw trigger draws. Oh, another PG. So we're definitely not. We're definitely safe. Yep, that is not a PG. Gets a draw trigger. The good thing for him is he can still hide what that card he just drew is. I'm going to be trying to keep an eye on what card he calls. Because he could have drawn the PG at this point. He's going to have another shot at drawing a PG. Maelstrom, I just realized Maelstrom's kind of an awkward clan to face with Jailer because of the fact that Maelstrom can retire your board. So he can sometimes dictate how much board pressure you can put up. We lose a Cursed Lancer, but that's okay. He's leaving himself without intercept, so even if he did draw a PG, this should still be GG. Because we have an extra card in our hand, so we have guaranteed crit. And we can even ditch a PG if we want to. He's gonna get to draw a card and retire one of our units. He could
セカンドチェック
probably either go. I think he's gonna retire one of our boosters. Not guaranteed. Also, something else we could do is just whatever we draw, we can ditch from the main to get more draw power or more resources. It's also another good reason why the main is so good in this deck is for late game resources. Okay. Take back what I said. I don't necessarily want to give that up. If I can get a booster here.
スキル発動
Alright, Car, give me a booster.
スキル発動
Perfect.
スペリオルコ
I don't mind that I chained them because I'm making this essentially my final turn.
リミットブレイク
Retiring both of these boys to get a crit. Then I shall call... I'm actually going to call you here.
コールスキル発動
You know what? I'm feeling risky.
さあ
I was trying to draw a booster there, but it's fine.
ヴァンガードにアタック
完全ガード
He did in fact draw a PG. Can confirm that.
ヴァンガードにアタックファーストチェック
And there's the trigger that guarantees his loss. Unless he heals.
セカンドチェックドロートリガー
Another draw trigger. And we drew another Persona Blast. But he did not have another PG, so now he needs 2 heals.
ダメージチェック
There we go.
またファイトしましょう
We win the 3rd game when we don't have RNG cook us in the face. Alright, let's go over the deck one last time. And then we can wrap up. But, once again, this is the build. Goat Jailer. I absolutely love it. As you saw in the 3rd game specifically, there's a lot of ways you can keep up your board pressure. So you can guarantee Chromejailer fruit crit every turn. As long as you just don't brick. There are circumstances where you do end up getting cocked by RNG. As we saw in the 2nd game where we had the game, it's just he happened to heal at the perfect spot, which put him at a spot where we needed to top deck the right cards to get Chromejailer to kill. The 1st game we just drew all our heals, which was kind of unfortunate, but as long as those RNG factors don't factor in, Chromejailer can put up a really good fight against every deck, really. If you're being denied Limit Break, you can sit on Phantom Blast or Overlord and pitch your Persona Blast with Goat. And you also have the main to draw into them. And just that's why we run 9 draws to potentially draw into our pieces. You don't run into the problem of decking out as much as in Spectral Duke Jailer, because that deck really decks out super quick. Here, as long as you're smart about how many domains you play and you're careful with your deck management, you should be fine 90% of the time. You'll maybe get close to decking out, but nothing to a point where, oh my god, I'm very close to dying. Because this deck is really good at eating PGs and then pressuring for game. But yeah, that's the build. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see all you beautiful people again next time. Jamais.